killed Timmy and Ted. Hello and welcome back, and today we're playing 60 Seconds Reatomized. Now, if you don't know what this game is, basically you have 60 seconds to grab as much as possible from your house, and you have to jump in because of nuke. Jump in the bomb shelter because of nuke drops. So yeah, we're gonna just hop right in. Apocalypse, Ted, Fat Man, and we'll just get right into it. Let's hope for the best. Grab all of our people first. Let's see. So rifle, map. That's what we need. Briefcase, axe. Okay. We'll grab the briefcase first. Grab that water. Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh, that's the wrong way. That is better. Get the ammunition. Get the Mary Jane. Dolores. Grab these two things. Grab the axe. Grab the food. There we go. Gas mask. Chessboard. We'll grab Timmy. We need more things. More water, more food. Alright, come on. Harmonica, that's all that we can grab. Barely made it, barely made it. We did not grab enough water. But hopefully we can make it through. We don't need the water. We can only hope. I really should, yeah. Yeah, we have like no water. Well, could be worse. We got the padlock down here and the flashlight. That's awesome. We're a regular family, so we have the occasional argument or two, but it's never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other. Let's just hope this won't last too long. Yeah, I can only imagine being stuck down with each other would suck. Like, really, really bad. No one else to talk to. Alright, we're done fighting. No one needs anything. It's unsafe out there right now. Hear that? No, because no one is talking. Not a word in hours. None at all. We just can't stare. We can't just stare and stare at the walls. We need to do something about this. We don't have the radio though, so we're gonna take Ted out, I think, because we have the gas mask, and then we'll take him out with the axe, the gas mask. Yeah. So they're all really thirsty. So we're gonna give them all some water. Huh. Why can no one go out? Alright, it's fine. I guess it's too dangerous, maybe. They're all tired. A few days rest. Okay, no food. No, nothing. Everything would be fine if it wasn't for Dolores. She doesn't seem well. She used to be so energetic and happy. Now she just sits there and sulks. We should do something about it. Can't do anything. We just gotta hope. Right. I don't need food yet. Mary Jane has been awful silent today. This is very unlike her. Should we try talking to her? Of course. Gotta check up on her. Nothing solves problems better than an honest conversation over a hot beverage. We don't have the latter, but talking alone seems to do the trick. So they need food and water. And then let's see, what is that trickling sound and why is the wall so wet? Are we about to get flooded? We don't have life preservers or a boat. A boat wouldn't even fit inside the shelter. We need to do something. Save the supplies. Do the map. and just kind of hope. Okay, map didn't get destroyed. Before any of the streams spreading from the walls could hit our map, we tore it down. It was the only thing to not get wet during our little flood. After the water level had dropped, we started cleaning up. We might not finish before the next apocalypse hits. Too weak. Oh, Mary Jane's actually good. Okay. Every new smell attacks our nose in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. Should we check behind that hole? Should we check that hole out and see what the source of the smell is? Sure. Sure. We need water. Some take our water. Oh. We looked in the hole fearing something might come at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling it will be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Alright. We'll take Mary Jane. You can take the gas mask, the axe, and the map. Right, we gotta wish for the best, because you have, like, all of our good supplies. Right. She left. Really thirsty. Ever since we jumped into our fallout shelter, we've been wondering about that other door in the shelter. Should it even be here? Where does it lead? It's high time we check it out. Sure, use the flashlight. While looking through the room with the flashlight, we ran into an old rifle that used to belong to Grandpa Bill. We believe he brought it back from Europe after World War I. It seemed to be in working order, even though in his final years, Bill was more concerned with smoking like a chimney and trying on his beret. So, yeah, we still got a rifle at least. We can keep staying on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we could start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. We don't have a radio. Let's hope Mary Jane comes back soon. We need water. So, we're hungry. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch an emergency broadcast that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. So we can't really do that though. Feed them. We thought it'd be a great idea to have some role-playing fun and create our own shelter theater group. We called it the Thunderdome. We spent the rest of the day trying to write a script for our performance. We almost got into a fight over it, decided that maybe it would be best to play something simpler. Yeah, that's probably fair. Oh, she's still not home. Oh, they're not tired anymore. Play Truth or Dare. When it turned out we kept only asking questions, and the most common was, are we going to eat anything besides tomato soup? We decided that's enough games for now. So, still time left. They need water. We'll give it to Dolores, because she's still tired. We can barely breathe in this damn shelter. For the last couple of hours, the situation has been getting noticeably worse. There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck. If that's the case, we need to look into fixing it right away. We'll use the flashlight. Is she gonna come back? Alright. The obvious thing to do when an event is blocked is to check out what's blocking it. However, when you shine your flashlight on a hive of mutated insects, things usually go from bad to worse. The angry hive is gone, but the insects did some biting before they fled. Still, yeah, we all. Oh, Timmy's hurt. Okay. It's hard to keep track of the time down here. We can't tell if it's day or night. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. There's these terrible light bulbs are not helping. Too bad we can't replace them. There has to be something else we can do about this. Absolutely nothing. Someone's here. Not Mary Jane, probably. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were, and there are other problems we will need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from radiation sickness. They all need water. Opening in the name of freedom came a shout from outside the door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduced himself like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? I mean, we're gonna die if we don't. So, and Dolores came, or Mary Jane came back. Oh, and they killed Timmy and Ted. Awesome. We regretted opening the door the moment we saw who was standing on the other side. Dark faces, rifles, and determined looks of a band of teenagers. We're doomed, we thought. Then, out of the blue, one of them asked us if we were with the Reds. We've never supported the Reds, son, so we were confidently said that we weren't. The tension dropped immediately, and those nice young people gave us 2 bottles of water. They also told us to not fear since Wolverines are around. We're not sure what Wolverines have to do with all of this, but we took their word for it. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. She brought back the briefcase and the gas mask. We spotted an untouched store that made products inside, blah blah blah. She brought back tomato soup, first aid kit, water, lost the axe, unlocks the map. Ted died of dehydration. Timmy left. Yeah, we're not doing good. Alright. We had thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. It seems it's ringing right now. We should send someone to answer it. We'll send Dolores. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We'd started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. So they're hungry. Mary Jane is. No expedition. Hear that? Noises coming from below. This is probably the right time to check out that manhole in the corner. The one that's been locked tight ever since we got into the shelter. We'll use the flashlight. Amazing. We had a pirate cave right under our house. It was filled with treasures of sorts. Too bad we only had time to grab a map before the place collapsed. Luckily, it didn't have any impact on our shelter. Mary Jane needs more food. Okay. So we'll take out Mary Jane. Still don't have a radio. Yeah. Has to be some water left. Give them both some water. So take Mary Jane out. Gas mask. Rifle and some ammo. Let's hope she does some good with that rifle. Alright, Dolores. Come on, thirsty. High time. Yep. Still don't have a radio. We are not doing too good, y'all. They say ignorance is bliss. Yep. It's been a while since we showered. The smell in this tiny shelter is as far from roses as it can get. We had thought of washing ourselves. Too bad we didn't grab any soap along the way, but maybe we could do with something else instead. We have nothing to use, but no, that would be a bad idea. Oh, and she's sick. Okay. The world has ended. Who cares about showering? We could get used to it. Adapting shouldn't be hard. It will be like a camping trip. It will. Oh no, that smell is just terrible. Don't puke. Don't. Suspicious looking stains over parts of the pages. So she's sick. We'll use the medical kit on her. It's been really hard down here. Living here, we need to make the best of it, or else we might find ourselves in even more trouble. Yeah, probably. Let's see. She's not sick anymore. It's easy to feel a bit down when living underground like this. No sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try to bring some cheerfulness into our lives. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we should take walks in. The neighborhood is probably much more peaceful since the bombing. Well, Mary Jane is out there doing that right now, so let's hope she comes back. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. She can't get a good night's sleep. I don't know what to do. Alarm, there's a group of people outside and they don't seem too friendly. Recognize some of them. They used to be in our neighborhood watch. They don't sound too concerned with the well-being of the neighborhood anymore. They are very serious about really waving their heavy flashlights. We need to do something before they break in and take everything we have. Padlock. Mary Jane comes back. She's tired and hungry. We didn't think that small padlock would stop them, but it turned out to be enough to discourage the unknown attackers. It seemed that they gave the whole break-in thing a shot, but ultimately gave up and left. Too bad that padlock is in no shape to be used again. We need to think of other ways to fight off the bandits and other hungry barbarians. So Mary Jane came back. Water, soup, and an axe. Lost the ammo, the gun, or the gas mask, and she brought back her lock. She's been doing good. Give them all everything. Is there anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation? If it's the government, you can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens. We've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time when we... Never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears and eyes open for any sign from them. We don't have a radio. As much as I would like a radio, we don't have one. And we're getting a knock on our door. This went good last time, so I gotta hope. Alright. We were visited by a young woman today. She was on a mission to rescue her twin brother, who went missing after he challenged a local bandit leader for a duel. She said that they've been observing us for a while and they were hoping to visit us together eventually, but then her brother went missing. She asked that we help her reunite with her brother and promises we will not regret it. Here, we'll take Mary Jane, and then Dolores can go out on a mission. Not good. The woman quickly called a group of friends and we set out for what turned out to be a successful mission. Finding the lost twin brother wasn't a problem. He was hanging on top of some antenna next to the fence trying to escape. In his duel with the bandit leader, he lost a hand, but the group quickly tended to his injuries and he'll be just fine. The sibling thanked us 100 times and said they would definitely contact us again. Nope. Give them supplies. Dolores, you're kind of our only hope right now. Mary Jane's going a little crazy. Alright. She's hungry. She just ate. Sleazy looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just one can of soup, we could get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us an angry glance every time he takes a step towards the mysterious bag. Every time we make a step towards the mysterious bag, should we make a deal? Sure, we have a lot of soup. A cat. We got the cat. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to shake violently, emitting screeching and hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says Sherockovo. How do you... Sherokov? Sherokov. Okay. Is that its name? Sherokov, I guess. I'm just gonna call it cat. We are not alone. There's a huge, hairy bunny beast that seems to be hiding in one of our pipes. It's been poking its head out, eyeing our measly food stash. We can't let it get to it. We can't let it be down here. We can't let it be in here when we sleep. We'll use the rifle. Ooh. So we didn't lose anything. Oh. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we'll stay on top of the food chain. Good for us. Sometimes a sudden urge to play an instrument takes over, to create beautiful sounds to be shared with the world around us, to sing and play, and have cute mutated animals come down to our feet to listen like a post-apocalyptic Snow White, shall we? Why not? Mice. That's why. Or cockroaches. That works too. Be careful what you wish for. After a few minutes of playing, a small group of mutated cockroaches jumped out of the cracks in our walls and started moving to the rhythm of the song. They ran around in circles and shook their little antennae. It would be adorable if they weren't so disgusting. What are we supposed to do with them now? The funky roaches haven't really left us. To be fair, they aren't really causing that much trouble. They even seem to be relatively friendly and curious. Just this morning when we opened our eyes, we saw them standing in a perfect line right in front of us, as if they're waiting for something. Play some more music. Make them dance. Oh, they left. You can't beat them. If you can't beat them, join them. We figured the roaches are craving some more of our music, so we fulfilled their unspoken request. They started joyfully prancing around and again, creating fun shapes on the floor. Then, all of a sudden, they all left in one line. We thought the show was over, but they soon came back in a group, carrying supplies on their strong mutate backs. Insane. Looks like we made some new friends. Disgusting, mutated, radioactive friends. Yep. Can't do anything with radio. Dolores is back. Okay. Brought some stuff. She brought water, food, a radio, and a gas mask, but she lost the briefcase. Feed them all. We'll have Mary Jane go. Chevron, the cat sure can take care of itself, but we can't help but wonder how much of a self-made cat it is. It just so happens that we found an address on its collar. It's unlikely that its owner is still alive, and the trip to the wasteland is always risky. Should we go outside and check the address? Sure. And the cat's gone. Before we reached the end of our street, we were stopped by two men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. They rushed towards the cat to pick him up, saying that they've been looking for him for a while now. Supposedly, the cat belongs to an old lady who's rather fond of it and misses the little guy dearly. We shrugged and went back to our shelter. The cat doesn't seem to care, so why should we? Good thing we didn't get too attached to it the last few days. She needs maybe eat Dolores does. Yeah. Take Mary Jane with the axe. Mary Jane went outside. Yup. We could really use some more supplies. We counted all of them today and the numbers did not make us happy. Time to do something about it. We know that teacher from the local school managed to rescue a bunch of kids and lead them to a nearby building where they're all relatively safe. We could really use whatever they have. We could really use it, right? I mean, yeah. Oh. We are now richer in some supplies, but for some reason we don't feel very good about it. Let's just never mention the whole thing again. We got a lot of food. Today during breakfast, we were startled when our map slid off the wall. We checked the nails holding it, but they were all firmly in place. Could be a poltergeist. Maybe we need to perform an exorcism to get rid of it. Anyway, in the wall behind the map, we discovered some sort of safe. We're curious as to what treasures might be inside. Should we open it? Of course. Why not? Okay. Water was inside. To our surprise, we found the cat back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it good? Is it our good care it appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Yes. Alright. We never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't. We saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. We actually did see a dancing cockroach. The good news is they're probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is they are huge and will probably attack us when they get a chance. No, we leave them and then we play music. She's tired. We underestimated the value of a cat in our environment. We thought we had a cockroach infestation on our hand, but the cat took care of it while we were asleep. Was it reminded of the hunting days before the bombs dropped? Was it mesmerized by the roach's glow? Or does it just have an undeniable thirst for fresh cockroach blood? We'll never know why, but we're grateful that we don't have to deal with the insects ourselves any longer. A loud crash, a sudden streak, and a bit of debris falling from our ceiling. Truly a recipe for a good start to the day. As it turns out, a cat found a new toy, a bit of innocuous wiring that it ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the cable's for, but our lights are still on, so it can't be that important, right? Should we take the wire away from our fluffy friend and investigate it? Yeah, probably. And Mary Jane's back. Or not. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned out truck with two surprised gentlemen inside. Surprised by an array of blinking bulbs, there's some space tech right there. Were they listening to us, in on us in our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here, and the car has no wheels. Oh. Yeah, Timmy's gone. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of finding ourselves in more trouble. If that's even possible in a situation, our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comments about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. We have a radio now, so we can. Knocking. Never a good sign. Well, sometimes. Good news, the government made a radio broadcast about extracting survivors from our area. The announcer asked everyone listening to wait a while longer and expect further communication in a few days. Yes. Alright. Agents who were spying on us are now at our door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Yes. Why wouldn't we? And Mary Jane's back. Oh, more water. They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our faces and told us that their top secret government mission. The wiretap wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat. It's suspected of being a Soviet agent. They're willing to let us into their super top secret government safe house if we help them with some of their top secret missions. They assure us that they would contact us again with more details. Food, water, lost the axe. Wait, hold on. She's hungry. Alright. We finally got a good look at the vehicle down the street. An ice cream truck. No wheels, but it was reinforced with some wooden spikes. But where were the weapons? What kind of vehicle needs a weapon? Let's get out of here with some equipment before we can find something fitting. We'll take the map. Alright. The cat's back. Alright, looking at the map gave us an idea. We visited an old century battlefield on the outskirts of town and pushed an empty cannon all the way back to the vehicle we found. The map somehow got all torn up in the process, but our project looks truly majestic. The trip was very tiring and resulting in some injuries. There are few experiences more horrifying than having a cannon drop on one's foot. Mary Jane's hungry. And they need food and water. Well, no one's able to now because she's hurt. We might survive. I mean, we're doing pretty good so far. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food, blah, blah, blah. The cat's been staring intently at our supplies all day. Its eyes are piercing. You can practically feel the tension rising in our shelter, as well as the sense of danger. This must be how cats communicate that it's time to eat. Shall we share some surprise with our furry friend? I stuttered so bad on that sentence. Okay. The little devil utterly devoured the whole can in less than 60 seconds and left nothing behind, not even a drop. After that, it took a long, peaceful nap. At least it won't bother us for a while now. So, yeah. We can give her some more food, I guess. Yesterday during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell disestablishmentarianism, and it has left her sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter, schooling Mary Jane a little. Sure. Dolores does not mess around. What started out with a spelling exercise has quickly found its way to a math revision, followed by a short physics course, and ending on tinkering with random objects in the shelter. Mary Jane looks exhausted, but we can't deny the state of our shelter has improved today. So it was worth it. They need water. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, that agent rang in with our top secret mission. The agents rang in with our next top secret mission that will surely lead us to the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on one successful expedition and write down what we saw in the journal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? We'll send Mary Jane. Alright. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. We graciously accepted to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised to be back with more information soon. Give her some more food. We have a working radio. Why not use it? Maybe we'll be able to catch a broadcast or two. It's not broken. That's good. And just reads. We can't. Once had we waded through all the static, we found a transmission that was hosted by some nut talking about conspiracies and saucer men from Mars abducting people. It's pretty amusing. That's good. If the cat considers our shelter its home now, we might as well try to get along. We could try to carry it around and pet it on the head. All cats like a good pet, and the cat would hopefully be no exception. Otherwise, any attempt to touch the cat could lead to our ultimate untimely deaths. Should we try to play along with him? Play with him, whatever. I think we're gonna die soon. Alright. We actually rubbed its head before it ran away in a panic. It was nice and soft. They say petting a fluffy animal is good for you, and sure enough, we feel slightly better. The cats escaped our warm, friendly embrace and jumped onto the other side of the shelter, knocking a water bottle off of the shelf in the process. It shattered and left a dirty puddle, as if to remind us of the questionable choices that led us here. That sucks. We are our visit from a person with a physical mutation. He managed to grow several extra fully operable hands. He shared the story of his group with us, people with other deformities who, despite the circumstances, remain friendly and struggle to gather supplies. Wherever they go, people will just shoo them away in fear of getting sick. He promises that if we gift him some supplies, the group will help us get rid of bandits next time they bother us. We'll give him soup. Mary Jane's back. Oh, and she's hurt. Whether it was just pity or fear of bandits, we're not sure, but in the end we agreed to his terms. We will be calmer knowing that someone else is looking out for us, especially with so many arms. That recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but the agents seem to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope our missions are actually worth it. Our bucket is just about due for an upgrade, and we're expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. Yeah. So everyone is hurt now. No expedition. Today the music from the radio stopped abruptly, and we got to listen to a transmission from the army. We were almost halfway to the door when they started talking about evacuation, but it turns out there's something we need to do first. All survivors were asked to leave a sign that we're alive somewhere in the area. The exact location was given in geographical coordinates. We need a map to establish where that is. Alright. The end. Oh. Yeah, we died. That sucks. A quick glance at the map gave us all the information we required. We left them a message in a bottle. Dolores suffered with her injuries for far too long. When the infection spread, there was nothing we could do. We didn't make it. These are our final words. And our advice to anyone who reads this is obscure writing. We held out for 48 days. Yeah, so we did not survive, but yeah, we perished. It sucks really bad, but we survived pretty long. Yeah, pretty long actually. So anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash that like button and be sure to subscribe because I will be posting more 60 Seconds Reatomized videos. And yeah, have a great day and thanks for watching. Bye!